I gave him my password to it, and I think it was at 36 followers when I gave it to him, and then he kind of started doing it, and I was like, well, fuck it, I'm home. I'll just, I always want to say tweet. It's not tweet.
No,
I'll thread at home.
Yeah.
But engaging and posting, I got up to, I think I'm just a little past 100 followers now, which is fucking still not shit, but whatever.
Hold on, but the thing about that, some of the stuff that she's posted is so relatable. She doesn't have to have a lot of followers on her Threads account to have people view her stuff. There was one post that you had. It had did it have 100,000?
No, my account in general, the views it's ever gotten was 88,000. It's at 85 right now, and then yes, and then one of my posts that I did a few days ago, it got over 57,000 views. It had over 100 some likes, and then it had like 50 or 60 replies to it, and I didn't engage with anybody. I didn't like anybody's
Threads post.
Yeah.
What?
I didn't like anybody's comment. I didn't, because I was busy throughout the day, not because I was trying to like experiment, but I didn't like and I didn't respond to it. And people literally like 2-3 days passed and they were still responding to it and whatnot. But I mean, there's also threads that I post and it's like fucking crickets. So
yeah, of course.
Into it again.
You're the leader, aren't you?
Okay. All right. Content creation round 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
The other day was a fail.
Yep. For those that are watching, we royally fucked up somehow on the first go around.
It wasn't meant to be.
Nope, wasn't meant to be. It was a perfect night for Ronan to be content, and we ruined it.
It was not perfect.
Why not?
Ronan was stirring up some drama still.
It's like 45 minutes in.
I guess.
Yeah. All right. Well, content creation, since we're all dipping our toes into it a little bit, the podcast.
You totally took my line.
I took your line.
Yeah, I told you that yesterday. I said we were barely dipping our toes in it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Look at that. We're not even 5 minutes in. I'm in the doghouse already.
Not yet. You're in the kennel. Not the doghouse.
Sweet.
Yeah.
But I guess, yeah, with that, obviously doing the podcast and trying to put these out every Monday and then creating reels and shorts and things like that for social media, that's one thing. You having your photography page and vlogging and posting to YouTube, doing YouTube shorts. What else are you doing? TikTok?
TikTok, yeah. I think they did say that TikTok is getting banned, like for sure, on the 18th.
I saw that today, and then I saw that it's also potentially on hold again, or reappealed, or I don't know, all the terminology.
What? Where did you guys see this? I didn't see it, so I'm genuinely
I
curious.
get my news from Complex.
Look at you.
It's all before the new year. It was talked about happening already. The 15th or 18th?
Yeah, and then they said the 18th, and then they said that they were gonna put a hold on it, and then today they posted again saying that the company either had to sell. Or they were gonna for sure get shut down. But like I just told you, I made a Lemonade account, which I deleted the Lemonade account or the app. I'm not gonna deal with another platform trying to post on, because yes, it is a lot. But that company, everybody's saying that Lemonade is like the next thing that's like the go-to, but the same company owns Lemonade.
So I did a little background on this. I didn't see what you guys saw today, but the 18th was the day that it was supposed to go bye-bye, and that was because the Biden administration said way back when that was the date that it's going away. Mm-hmm. Trump originally didn't like TikTok either, but the little research that we've done and looked into, he has friends in high places that are investors in TikTok.
Sure.
So obviously there's a mutual interest there for him. And
Don't want to lose all the money.
Yeah. And the biggest thing is the security risk with it being China-based.
Mm-hmm.
And then them having access to Americans' information. And he was saying if there's a way around the security piece of it that he would find it beneficial now to keep it is what it came down to. So he wrote a letter outside of government and presidency, so on his personal behalf, I believe, and I think it was to the Supreme Court, I don't know,
Yeah,
or something like that, trying to postpone
right.
the 18th deadline.
Right.
And then whatever you guys saw today is the most recent thing I...
Yeah, it just says the same thing, that basically, like, the 18th, unless the Supreme Court decides otherwise.
Yeah.
But
Interesting.
they posted, I guess there was like a protest or something of all the creators that were able to go to the White House, and they had, like, it looked like they had pre-made, like, poster board signs, yeah. That was like in the TikTok colors and whatnot. But it was basically saying, like, this is how I grew my small business,
Sure.
or like this is how I make my, like, living or whatnot. So I feel bad, I suppose, for all of the creators.
Do we see it actually happening?
Yeah.
What do we think?
I don't see it happening just because it's so big. Like, it's so, I want to say, they said the number,
so they'd sell or have to sell, or America would just
who would buy it? Would it be Trump's friends that buy it?
I don't know. It says 170 million Americans are on TikTok.
Damn, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's more than I would have thought.
Mm-hmm.
But again, content creation podcast round 1, we talked about being a creator versus a consumer. So I'd be curious to know of that 170 million who's actually creating content versus who's just consuming and reposting.
But yeah, that's true. There's a lot of accounts that don't have any videos on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd just be curious to see. So with you posting to all those platforms, and if TikTok goes away, are you going to re-download Lemonade if it's possible?
I don't know. I go back and forth. Like, yeah, sure, it'd be cool to, like, I don't know. I'd rather try to, like, make a career, or, like, I guess if you're talking about, like, monetizing off of being a content creator, I'd rather try and do that off of Instagram or YouTube. Rather than Lemonade. I did scroll through Lemonade a bit, and it seems weird, but I mean, I thought TikTok was weird when it first was, like, new, so I don't know. I definitely go back and forth with being, like, creative and having, like, I don't know how to explain it. I don't want to just create stuff to, like, post online. Like, I've been creating stuff prior to ever even having, like, an Instagram account or anything like that.
Yeah.
So when I think about having to create a new account and be on a new platform, like, it makes me cringe a little bit. But also, like, I'm not that stubborn.
That's fair.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know if I'd download it again. I try not to. And then if I ask, like, ChatGPT or something like that, I'd be like, should I download this? I'd be like, fuck yeah. Viral.
Well, to the Lemonade piece, and talking about being on all those different platforms, do you want to elaborate on why you don't want an additional platform?
It's just a lot of work, I guess. I guess also, like, so I'm so new to, like, content creating online and, like, posting online. So creating, like, how we were talking about creating a schedule of, like, filming the content, but then also posting the content and, like, scheduling the posts, and then trying to figure out, like, if you're just posting, then okay, whatever. But if you're trying to figure out the algorithm and like the trending stuff and the audio and the words that are trending and, like, all of that stuff, like, that is, like, a full-time job.
Yeah.
Which is I guess as we continue down the path, I think it will get easier, especially once we have like organization skills like a little bit better. But I don't know, it's just a lot. And I also want to be as authentic as possible, I guess. Like, it'd be cool to do, like, how we were talking about trends last time. Like, it'd be cool to do, like, certain trends. Like, I was telling you guys about, like, the travel one.
Yeah.
But trying to be authentic, I guess, as much as possible. And, like, my personal Instagram page, I put a few of the pictures back on there.
Yeah.
But I don't talk to anybody. Like, I don't have, like, friends like I used to. And so, like, there's literally no point for my personal one, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's true. I think so there's a lot to unpack with what you just said. So the content creation itself has definitely been a lot, and then we don't have an established schedule. It's kind of like we sit down, and if we have a little free time, like, hey, we know we have to edit this or get this out for this day or be consistent in posting. The thing that you touched on that I don't like is the way in which we have to edit some of the shorts and things like that to retain viewers or attention.
Because everybody has a goldfish attention span.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, you have like 5 seconds to hook them, and it's sad because that shouldn't be like what it is. Yes, that should be what it is, but that's not why you're doing it or why we want to post. We want to post things that are authentic.
Right.
You want to post to be creative and about you and be relatable to the photography business and being a mom to Ronan and Abigail and things like that. And I want to do the same things, but as a dad and working and building a business and about the business of like mental health and things like that. And it's hard to do that when everybody has that goldfish attention span.
Yeah.
And the generation that is viewing a lot of our stuff. So TikTok is the thing that grew the quickest for us. 50 to 60% of our viewers are, I think, 14 to 22.
Yeah. I think my viewers were like 18 to 26, maybe, and they're mostly like women.
Which makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I just post thirst trap and fucking
really take off.
Yeah.
That's the other thing that's frustrating is it's definitely sexualized. Like
100%,
content is
yeah.
so sexualized.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like that's what you want to be known for. That's what you want to gain viewership for.
That's what gains the attention.
I know, and that's what retains the attention.
And will get the most, not only attention of the viewers, but interaction, I think, as well.
Yeah.
On their page, on their posts, likes.
I feel like
views,
when TikTok was
comments.
first a thing and it was like just trends, there was nobody really like, it was just trends like the dances, and then if it was anything else, it wasn't like a day in the life type of deal. It was like a just random, I'm gonna record on TikTok, not like record and then put it in CapCut and edit it and then post it and whatnot. It was like using the TikTok app to record yourself and then just almost like Snapchat, kind of like how you just like fuck around with Snapchat and put it on your story. It was like that with TikTok, and I feel like that's what captured my attention, because it was like, oh, you're like looking at a bunch of different people's lives, I suppose. But I guess it definitely slowly became more like all the YouTubers went over to TikTok, and then it became like vlogs and day in the life and more pristine looking, I suppose, content instead of just like C-roll stuff.
Right.
Honestly, I just saw somebody post that is coming back.
Yeah.
Like
of the YouTube type.
Yeah, like just being raw, like pulling out your phone. The audio could be shitty, the camera angles could be shitty, and people relate to that more because obviously it's raw and authentic. Like, who's that bodybuilder? What's his name?
Is it Sam?
Sam's, yeah, I forget his name. He's obviously on steroids, but he doesn't edit any of his stuff. Oh, he's very open about it. And
Oh, okay.
It's a M, right?
yeah,
I don't remember.
somebody can look it
I
up.
don't
Look
know,
up his
to be
name.
honest.
But all he does is bring his phone in to a gym. No, nothing on. Like, just sets it up randomly. Like
Yep.
the videos are him setting up his phone, walking over and going and doing his.
Talking,
That's a hook
talking to
though.
the camera.
Like you setting up your phone and
Mhm.
then cutting it, or I guess he wouldn't cut it, but like
Yeah.
cutting to whatever you're doing, like that's a hook.
Yeah, it is. And what's his name? Sam Sulik.
Oh yeah, there
That's
you
his
go.
name.
Sam Sulik
Yeah.
didn't even have an M in it.
Oh.
And it's like kind of like that Arnold-esque
or whatever
thing.
Yeah.
Like probably people are relating to.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess we asked a question last time, but at what age did you realize that you want to start creating content, and have you thought about what content you potentially want to begin creating?
You're like, my answer's
I have a
different.
follow-up to this, so don't let me forget.
Maybe not about the type of content is still up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
But I've always had like an interest in it in different
Mhm.
ways.
Is it the artistic side of you, or is
Yeah,
it just the putting yourself?
Creative-ish esque.
Yeah.
I enjoyed like performing as a kid or growing up in ways.
That is one thing that you have to like perform. Otherwise, when you watch it back, you're like, who
was that?
deadbeat,
Right.
dull ass,
Is
what?
that what I look
No
like?
emotion. Yeah.
Is that really what I sound like?
Especially me. I'm over here always thinking that I'm smiling, and you guys are like, why do you have your RBF? And I'm like,
I've never said that.
Look at call me out like that. What's that?
We only,
Yeah,
we only
yeah.
talked
I'll
about
just do that every time.
We only talked
I'm just gonna
about
raise
that
a flag.
last-
I'm gonna get a little
last-
prop. Hush.
So we brought that up last recording,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I got rest. Yeah, I got.
You know,
RBF
you
too.
know what I want to follow up with that. You even said it. You answered it for yourself, and we've talked about what we think you should do.
Oh, you want me to sing?
Not necessarily just sing. Yeah. I mean, you have a very good voice. You're a good-looking dude. If you put yourself out there in that way, because you are very talented, it's gonna take off like that.
I just don't
and
know
do
what.
some studio apartment shoots.
Yeah. Oh, we
Mhm.
could.
You're a single dude. You're good looking. You dress well, and you have an amazing voice. I'm pretty sure you're gonna do.
Face.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're gonna do well for yourself, man. Like,
It's just getting honed in, and I guess what kind of content.
yeah.
So
And stuff.
I think you should just start at least recording. Not
Definitely just
if you're
start
not.
is
Yeah.
like big.
Because they also I don't know who they is, but I've seen that if you post, I want to say it's like 2 or 3 different types of like niches, then you can see like what your
Which one
followers are
is
like
more
interested in.
engaging? Yeah.
And you can also like, I'm sorry, screw your followers. You can see which one like makes you feel more comfortable and
Sure.
stuff like that. Because when I first started, I was trying to do like day in the lives with freaking Ronan and Abigail, and I'm like, this shit's not working.
Right.
And so like doing more behind the scenes for photography and the podcast, and then trying to learn videography as well, like that is what I want to focus on because that's what I like.
Sure.
And then even like more staying in the artistic side, like if I ever decide to draw something again, like I would record myself like the process
Yeah.
or the behind the scenes
Yeah.
type deal and stuff like that. So I definitely still would like to do day in the lives or like recording. They say to do like your working session stuff, so that would be like photography.
Mhm.
And then more so like a day in the life, so you're doing like your morning routine or your skincare or making breakfast or drinking your
Sure.
freaking green juice or I'm on my way to
Making
work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they say to still post that type of stuff so you can be relatable and your audience can like see who you are as a person. So
Which
Mhm.
that resonates with me. That's the type of stuff that I like to watch.
yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know if that's because that's our age group as well, type of thing.
I feel like a little like definitely the uh ooh I don't know how to say this. The older millennials, I guess, I feel like are being reined back into like watching the day in the life, or more like more, I don't know how I guess how we look at like Gen Z.
Yeah.
Yeah, your face said it all.
Yeah.
I feel like, so like with me, I don't look at Gen Z the same way as I did like the first and foremost. So I think that that's happening like slowly down the little rat race. Everybody, I feel like, is just consuming everything,
Mm-hmm.
but I think that's also why I want to stay creative with it instead of just being like,
Well, there's a lot of
blah.
I guess, studies and influence and talk out there how 2025 again is going to be like 2020 when the pandemic hit, but it's another opportunity for creators to indeed create.
Bless you.
And God, you guys know me when I get into something, I nerd out. But YouTube just released that they're going to try to promote one new content creators. So if you go to a page and you go to a search, it's not just always going to be the people with a ton of subscribers that are shown. There will be videos that have small audiences to try to promote. And they say the reason for that is the more people that they have on their platform that have a large viewing audience, the more ads that they have on their platform and the more money that they make overall.
Sure.
So if they put emphasis on growing small channels, then they're just going to make more money at the end of the day. With that, longer form content on YouTube is what YouTube is trying to promote more rather than the short form.
Yeah.
Because again, longer form content, the longer that people stay on it, the more time that people are on YouTube, the more ads that can be put on YouTube or watched and paid out, and the more money that YouTube makes.
I think with that too, like Instagram, when it first I guess decided to become popular, it was like all about likes and how many likes that you get.
Mm-hmm.
And now I feel like everything is going back to views. Because
Yeah.
whenever I would see views, I'd be like, oh, I don't care about that. Like,
Yeah.
they're not liking my stuff. Like,
Right.
it's trash.
Right.
But
A
now
lot of people have watched it but haven't like necessarily engaged
yeah.
on the post itself.
Yeah. Yep.
And with that, we've had people, for the podcast that have reached out to us saying, hey, love what you're putting out, love this, and this, but they're not liking or commenting on any of it. But they're viewing it.
Yeah. Right. I feel like that is, yeah. I feel like that is definitely something that is more, I don't know. Like, there's times where I'll watch stuff and like I won't like it, I won't engage with it, but like I still like it. And then there's times where like I'll see someone post like some dope pictures and I'm like trying to like it like 3 times. Like, I'll like it when I first see it and then I'll read the caption, like scroll through the rest of the pictures, and I like hit the like button again. And so I don't know, but I've also been trying to comment more on people's stuff too, because they say to like engage and actually, because the platform being they will look at you also engaging with other people and see like where to put you at. But I posted this on Threads the other day. I said I used to not engage with people because I used to get bullied online.
That is relatable.
Like me thinking about engaging with people online that I don't know, like that's creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the thought of it when you look at that. It's
Yeah.
like walking into a room and putting something out there and expecting people to reply back to it, a bunch of strangers, and you don't know how they're going to react.
Yeah. I don't know if it's that, or I don't know if it's just me being like socially awkward.
Creepy in that like now anyone and everyone
Just like
can see
knows all
this
your
and knows
shit.
this thing about me.
Yeah.
But then you're the one initially deciding to put it out there, right?
Yeah.
So what's the...
It's not only that though. It's so I guess also just being a woman.
Sure.
It's I guess it's different when guys are like creepy. and commenting weird stuff and the DMs all weird.
Do you feel more protected being in a relationship versus before posting?
I do, yes. I don't get as many replies and DMs, but it's also because I am not posting the same stuff. Like, I'm not posting selfies, like,
You're not
hardly.
posting, you're available.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Fucking Alex. Yes, I feel like I've made that very clear also. And I also haven't had a dude on my Instagram page since, like, I want to say 2020, maybe 2019. Yeah, you're welcome.
What's up?
Now you're like the main character. I know one of the photographers that I've been kind of engaging more with, I posted those pictures of you and he commented on it. He's like, he's your muse. I'm like, yeah, he is, I suppose.
Didn't you say when you created your creations page that there was another photographer that reached out to you?
Yeah.
Or something like that. So when she created her photography, well, I'll let you explain it because you know better than I do.
Well, what are you talking about? I don't want to put anybody on blast here.
You don't have to say
Somebody
names.
reached out to you thinking that your page was me posting the pictures.
Yeah, because he was the only
like
one that
his
I
page?
had. Yeah, like it was his page. Because
Yeah, I was like,
he was the only one that I was taking pictures of. Like, I feel weird taking pictures of like Abigail and posting them on there.
Yeah.
Like, that's not the audience that I'm trying to show, and it's also not the pictures that I'm trying to take. Like, so he was the next option. Just kidding. He was the only option. But yeah, I think it was like 3 or 4 posts in deep of Arron at this time, and they reached out to me in a flirtatious way. And I was like, ma'am, nah.
she was not thrilled.
I was nice, but I was just like, this is, and I didn't say anything. Like, I didn't really, like, I guess, address it. But I put my personal Instagram in my bio. And I started posting selfies on the story.
Yeah, there you go. Start showing face.
Yeah. I'm like, oh shit. But even now, like, I take so many pictures of you and I want to post them, but I'm like, okay, we gotta like even it out here.
Sure.
And spread some stuff out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Content creation is an interesting thing, whether it be personal or trying to post personal things and then doing like the divide. I think one mindset shift that I've had is, again, up to a couple of months ago, I didn't post shit on shit. Like, didn't post it on Facebook, Instagram, really anything. I had maybe a post a month on Instagram, I would say. The shift now, doing what we're doing and putting stuff out there, like, we actually want people to see our thing. So like you said, I don't post anything on my personal page anymore.
Yeah.
Unless it's related to us.
Yeah, but even then we haven't really posted
Mm-mm.
much.
Because
we started focusing on the podcast and then other
because we want to promote those things because that's what an audience will see and relate to. Versus everybody posts about personal things, right? But doing a podcast and then vlogging and entrepreneurship and things like that, that's very different than what people typically post on their personal page. But the mindset shift came to where I'm not posting for people I've known in the past. Anybody that I went to high school with or anything like that, don't give a shit.
Yep.
Like, really just don't care. Like, this is our little group of people, and
it's smaller.
Yeah, it's much smaller. It's us.
It's right here.
Yeah, and it's got to be like-minded people that have the same interests and want the same things, and that's it. Everybody else, I'm sorry, but
love ya,
but
don't care.
Well, and they always say like your stranger is gonna promote you or your business rather than a friend or whatnot.
Yeah.
The friend's gonna be the one asking for a discount.
Support,
yeah.
Yep.
It's true.
Yes. But with that too, Instagram's more like a like friend request type
Yeah.
situation, because like unless I go and follow somebody, I don't really get followers. It's all people that I know, and like more recently I tried to follow, I guess, more women that I didn't know but that were like local, I guess. But even with that, it's like, and most of them followed me back, but most people, if they don't know you on Instagram and you're not a huge content creator and you're not on the Reels For You page, like you're not going to build an audience that way.
Right.
So, but like, because on my personal page, that's how it is. But on my photography page, like, it's completely different. Like, I'm on the Reels For You page, or I'm finding other photographers, or people from Threads are going to my Instagram page and following me on both platforms. Like, it's more like socialized, I guess.
Your photography page has grown a couple hundred in the last couple of months, hasn't it?
It gained, I think, 100 followers, 100 more, I think, in the last week. So in 1 week, I've had 100 more follows, and then I think I have over 400 now. So I have more than my personal Instagram page. And then I was telling you that I saw some girl on the little notes on the story or whatnot. She said like just hit 300 or whatnot, and I'm like, I'm at 400 already, and in my head, like, that's not a thing that I'm thinking of. Or like, you know how people get to like certain amount of followers and do like a giveaway, or like take pictures of themselves with like balloons and stuff like that. It's like, that's not where my head was at, I guess. But I also should celebrate, I guess, that, because that's like a huge following for me. Imagine 400 people in front of your face.
Yeah.
Put in a room.
Yeah.
And you just started that, and
yeah, I created that page in July, which is, I mean, that's not like huge amount of growth, but it's
100 followers
like,
in a week.
Well, yeah, because I've been engaging more, and I've been on Threads and
That's
whatnot, so that's what
a
it
lot.
shows. Yeah, but even when I started engaging on Threads, like how you posted today, so when you start your Threads account, like if you how it asks you if you want to follow everybody or whatnot, so that's how you get your followers right off the bat. When I first made my account, I think I had like 20 some followers, and then it got to like 36, and then I gave him my password to it, and I think it was at 36 followers when I gave it to him, and then he kind of started doing it, and I was like, well, fuck it, I'm home, like, I'll just I always want to say tweet, it's not tweet. I'll thread at home. But engaging and posting, I got up to, I think I'm just a little past 100 followers now, which is fucking still not shit, but whatever.
Hold on, but the thing about that, some of the stuff that she's posted is so relatable. She doesn't have to have a lot of followers on her Threads account to have people view her stuff. There was one post that you had. It had what, did it have 100,000?
No, so my account in general, the highest the views it's ever gotten was 88,000. It's at 85 right now, and then yes, and then one of my posts that I did a few days ago, it got over 57,000 views. It had over 100 some likes, and then it had like 50 or 60 replies to it. And I didn't engage with anybody. I didn't like anybody's
Threads post.
Yeah.
What?
I didn't like anybody's comment. I didn't, because I was busy throughout the day, not because I was trying to like experiment. But I didn't like, and I didn't respond to it. And people literally like 2-3 days passed, and they were still responding to it and whatnot. But I mean, there's also Threads that I post, and it's like fucking crickets. So.
Yeah, of course.
And I don't use ChatGPT to curate. I'm just like thinking, shooting shit off my head.
Yeah.
Cheat code. I do that, and it gave me 200 followers in less than a month.
What you did? What?
On Threads. So
for
ChatGPT, basically putting into ChatGPT, hey, these are the things that we are working on. These are the like-minded people that we'd like to grow an audience with and engage with and interact with and grow content with or get insight from. You put all that stuff into ChatGPT and then say, now make me threads that are relatable and engaging based off of what information I just gave you, and it spits out 30 of them, and then I would post 2 of them a day. and get interactions with them.
Like
Copy and paste
text
them.
threads.
Like copy and paste them.
Oh.
And then it's like a post. But the reason for that is being able to create something that you relate to and you want other people to see and engage with, and then having that content there, being able to post it, and then once people interact with it, then you can just keep engaging based off of that.
Sure.
Again, I do like research into it. I've slacked a little bit this week because I've been so busy. But I'm going to try to do 50 interactions on Threads a day, and I'm going to do an experiment for 30 days and see what the growth is. And I'm doing that for the podcast page because there's other people that we interact with on there that are podcasters that have done experiments like this. And there's one that gained, I think it was 12,000 followers in a month.
Wow.
On Threads from engaging that much daily. Again, it's I don't know how the algorithm really works.
Yeah.
But those followers are on Instagram, and when I was posting a lot on Threads, I think I gained, like, of the 200 I gained on my personal account on Threads, I think I gained like 45 or 50 followers on Instagram.
I'm sure some of them transfer over onto both.
That's probably a high percentage, but
what I've noticed too, so if you're on Threads and you're trying to follow them on Instagram, if you engage with them on Threads first and then follow them on Threads and then go to Instagram and follow them and then engage with them on Instagram too, it makes them more likely to follow you back. At least that's me. Like whenever people follow my creations page, it's normally people from Threads that have engaged or followed me on Threads, and then it's like the notifications are like right after each other, so I know that it's like not a rando person, I guess. I was trying to find that thread. I can't find it. I don't remember what it was even about, to be completely honest.
I think that same way that they transfer over naturally from platform to platform is going to be the same way that you gain natural followers on your personal pages.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Because the people that like you for who you are, and what you are, maybe not, just like your content or likes a video here and there, comes across it here and there.
There's a few photographers
stuff and want to actually like.
There's two women photographers that I followed their photography page first, and then one I got the opportunity to meet in person, and then the other one I didn't meet, but I thought she was pretty and I liked her like aesthetic, so I went and like followed her personal page. So.
The same thing on Threads. Again, shout out Content House and Nate, but started engaging with him on Threads because I liked what he was posting, and his business is all about content creation and promoting small business or influencers or whatever. And us with the podcast and doing all these things, we needed help with editing some of our stuff, so we're outsourcing some of the shorts now for the podcast. But we engaged through Threads and then through Instagram, and then we actually hopped on a Teams call and interacted. And it was a genuine interaction. It's like a genuine connection as of right now, especially when Aloe Arsenal launches, because fully want them to create all of the social media content for the business because that's what they specialize in. That's exactly what they do. So just different people that you meet on Threads.
Yeah. I found my thread. So it wasn't even about photography at all. Also it's 11/11 right now, so make a wish, people. My thread was about fast fashion. I asked, where are we buying our clothes from that's not fast fashion? I got 57.6 thousand views, 122 likes, 174 comments without my response at all. And one repost. I think it was you to try and get more, but yeah, that was like
it's a strategy.
Yeah.
It's support.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess the way that I do it, like ChatGPT, probably obviously does it better because it's like using AI for your businesses is definitely like what you need to do and whatnot. I guess in 2025, but I also see Threads because I saw Twitter, and like I was not huge on Twitter, as in like I had a lot of followers, but like I had like 600, 700 followers. I had like 50, 60,000 tweets.
That is insane.
Like it was a thing when I was in high school. When I was a freshman.
20 a day or what?
Literally, that's,
You had
but
to
it
have
was
been.
like any thought that
Yeah.
popped into your head,
Funny
or like how
comment.
like in Snapchat you would be like, oh, this is fucking funny, like I'm gonna record it. Like it's the same thing on Twitter. Like if something just happened and it was funny, if you had a random thought,
Yeah.
if you had a picture that you wanted to post, like just
Anything.
dump. Mm-hmm.
Dump it.
Are you not on Twitter or the X?
The X, no.
Or whatever.
I'm not. I did make an account when like me and you first started talking. But it wasn't like, I didn't like the platform anymore, and I also I felt weird. Like nobody that I knew used it, and so it made me feel more like outcasted, I guess, with
I
Threads.
never even got it. I would never use Twitter really at all or checked it.
I think I made my Twitter in like 2008 and then didn't use it until 2013. And then from 2013 to like 2015, it was when it was like
Huge.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. That's when it was popular.
I think that's the only time I used it.
And then it was
Those
Instagram.
2 years.
I downloaded Instagram in 8th grade when it still looked all like old and
Crusty.
The gray
brown.
colors.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
The OG.
Oh, yeah, I remember
Oh, and the filters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that. Oof. One thing with getting into content creation, we said it before, but if you're going to do it, or if you're thinking about doing it, just do it. But also have patience in knowing that if you're going to post to all platforms, editing or learning how to edit and rolling into the type of content that you want to put out, it's a pain in the ass. Don't care which way you go about it. There's a lot of learning curves. So if you can use any AI or ChatGPT to help you with descriptions or with titles or hashtags or tags or anything like that, then do it because it's going to save you time. One thing that we have to get better at doing is actually scheduling time to sit down to create the content, but also schedule separate time to sit down and edit the content that we want to put out and schedule it ahead of time because we are not doing that right now.
Sure.
And it's definitely taken away from us, our time being consumed in my phone in a very unhealthy way.
Yeah.
The doghouse way.
Yeah, it's not good. And I don't like it. Like, it's like draining.
Yeah.
So establishing habits that way, and then also using like CapCut or Opus Clip or any of the AI, not just AI, but editing platforms to assist you. There's a learning curve with it, but it gets easier. And if I can fucking figure it out, I guarantee any of you motherfuckers can figure it out.
This is very true, guys. Arron is not.
Now what?
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 I don't know.
Huh? Say with your chest.
Like anything, it's going to be a pain in the butt in the beginning. And it's going to take more time than
Bless you.
it probably will ever take you again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's always a learning curve in the beginning. But
So-
even then, I still feel like there's a certain limit you can't just get rid of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just going to be time consuming. Not necessarily hard.
Yeah,
but it
it's a
just
job.
Takes time.
It is. It's definitely so. Creative director Sav is going to put together a schedule for Arron and I, and then schedule like time to like record the podcast or record multiple podcasts in one, and then edit them and send them off like you were saying. Or even like I still would like to edit, because I mean, someone else, if you think something is funny or if you like something catches your attention, like it's not going to be the same thing if someone else is looking at it, right? So
Yeah.
but talking about videos and content creation, I think with like mini filmmaking and like more like videography, like giving clients, if I went down that realm, I would definitely want to do like Adobe Premiere.
Yeah.
Instead of good old CapCut. Because
Yeah.
CapCut is like, it's good, but it's like
It does the task.
Limited.
It does its tasks.
Yeah, great for a starter.
Yeah, it's a starter
Yeah.
for sure.
And the convenience of putting stuff out right now.
Yep. And then also it is very convenient. So when I'm lazy and I have like a bunch of stuff on like my B-roll like folder, I will go to CapCut and find certain templates that I like and then put my shit in the templates and
Sure.
see if like I like it and
Yeah.
whatnot. I will tweak it maybe sometimes, most of the time I don't, and then I'll post it and see like what happens. Especially to TikTok, because CapCut and TikTok are, I don't know if they're partnered or what, but like if you post on TikTok through CapCut,
Yeah.
then it shows up that you've
Right.
used CapCut or whatnot.
Right.
But
So
it's definitely helpful, I suppose.
So we're all very new to putting the content out there, and you're just dabbling into it. I guess what seems the most overwhelming, or like it's going to be the biggest challenge to you?
Probably getting it. I like editing would be my guess.
Okay.
A little bit of a perfectionist.
Y-
So like when I have an
So is
idea
Arron,
of
it's
like
okay.
a video,
Yeah.
I expect it to like turn out how I envisioned it.
Right.
And if it's not, then I just won't post it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
know, kind
yeah.
of a thing.
There's stuff that I record and I'm like, what the freaking
Right,
crap?
right.
But
Well, that and how to do it alone.
I think it's easier doing it alone.
You think so?
Yeah.
How do you do it naturally alone?
You don't do it naturally alone.
Bingo.
So if you're doing it alone, it would be more in the day in the life or the behind the scenes stuff like that. So like if you had like, I don't know, do you have a hobby, Alex?
I like to think so.
Okay. So then you like record yourself doing the hobby, and then that makes it authentic. But it's not like it's not authentic if you're like making eggs. Like you're not gonna like make the eggs and throw them in the garbage. You're gonna make the eggs. You're gonna eat the eggs, right? So it's real.
So
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, when I think of you, again, going back to like the music piece and even the day in the life, your ass the first time we lived together, and every time after, you'll get up and I can hear your ass singing Disney.
Yeah.
Theatrical, or what would you even call that?
Yeah. Just singing.
Yeah, I can just hear you singing, just la-di-da up and down the hallway. I'm going to go cook my breakfast, but I'm singing. Or you have musicals on and you're singing along to those.
Yeah.
Fucking do that.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
So that's
Nobody
what I
does
think
that.
you just need to put a few different types.
Feelers.
Yeah, out there. And then maybe do like a very, very perfectionist, like edited one, and then do like a mid one, and then do like, it's just kind of there.
Here it is.
Yeah.
Like your freaking first video on YouTube,
Yeah.
you snipped like,
The shit out of it.
no,
Is that what
he
you're
just,
talking about?
I think you put like 3 videos together,
I didn't do anything with it.
but he just put three videos together of that day, and that was it. He didn't edit it.
I just want to see what happened.
Yeah. In the first video, I'm recording him like
I was cleaning my truck.
awkwardly. I'm not talking. I didn't know what the vibe was. I didn't know if I was just being a tripod or if I was involved. I didn't get the memo, and then he started talking to me, and I'm like, why are you talking to me? Like, I'm supposed to be recording you washing your truck.
Yeah.
Like, you're not supposed to talk to the tripod. I was like, all right, this is what's happening.
And it turned out sweet.
I suppose. I don't
the video?
know.
It looks cinematic. It looks like it literally looks like a movie.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, it
raining.
was also because I taught him how to film in cinematic mode on your phone too, because it helps.
Sure.
It brightens it automatically, and it makes it look a little bit more crisp and clean. It just does a harsh focus point, I suppose.
Mhm.
And you have to get the autofocus lock on correct.
Yeah.
So
So, yeah. So that video, since I just started posting, 3 views. That's it.
Really?
So I'm gonna leave it there, and I'm curious what's gonna happen if I just consistently keep posting. Because I want to post a video a week right now.
Yeah.
That is the goal.
So that was your first video.
That was the very first one.
Okay, I got
My very first one has 30 views now, but it definitely did not 3 weeks ago.
Is this TikTok or Instagram?
YouTube, sorry.
YouTube.
Yes.
Gotcha,
So, and these are my like behind the scenes get coffee with me, because that's like my, I guess, niche is like behind the scenes for photography, about me learning photography. But then also I do like location findings and stuff like that. But I incorporate like me like taste testing my coffee. Because I think that's, I don't know, there's people on TikTok that's like their whole niche, like they just go to random coffee stands and taste test them. Yeah.
Coffee.
Mm-hmm. But my intro video that I did, it has 82 views now, and it was 2 weeks ago. And then the one that I posted after that is 36, and then 17 was my 5-day ago one. And I have 28 subscribers.
Honestly, that's good.
YouTube
is so hard.
It's so hard.
I have
Ruthless.
4,000 views, and it says I joined August 13th. But I didn't post anything until 3 weeks
in the last
ago.
30 days, though? That's the views, I think.
What?
Like 4,000 views.
Where did I just see that? Oh. I don't know how to work.
I don't know if it's oversaturated. I don't know. Not oversaturated.
Everything is,
or if it's just so much is on there.
There's so much content on YouTube. Like, that's why I never posted on YouTube, because I'm like, for what? Like, I'm a little mini Sav over here, and like there's a million things.
But the more you post, the more the algorithm will catch on, and the more it'll push it out there.
Yeah, I think especially as a beginner.
That's all. You just have to, because if you just post a couple of videos, that just says, I'm not taking that seriously. Like, I'm not going to put it out there. But again, just like anything, if you're just consistent with it, the more it's going to pick up on it. And I've looked at your content compared to, I wouldn't even call them your competitors, but people that post similar content to you. Not being biased, you put out a good product.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, thank you.
Well,
Shinku.
I think so too.
Yeah. She's got the artistic eye.
Yeah, for sure.
I still feel like it's not. There's this one girl that I follow on Instagram that she does photography, videography. It looks like she just started a podcast, and she's just very like authentically herself. At least that's what it seems like online, because I mean you never know.
Yeah.
But
You never know.
she is friends with the lady that I got to shoot with Heather.
Yep.
And so like they're all in like the creative realm. There's like this group in Tri-Cities that is like full of videographers and photographers.
Oh, cool.
And like just they have like crisp, clean content. Their videos, their pictures, just everything, like their brand, their personal brand of it. And I look at my stuff and I'm like, oh, it's ass compared to them. And I'm just like, but that's the imposter syndrome stepping in, because like there's days where I'm like, my shit's clean. And then other days I'm like, I'm just gonna delete every social media platform that I have, call it quits. Alex,
yes,
what are your top 2 goals for 2025? Almost said 2024.
Perfect.
Top 2 goals.
Yeah.
Ooh, social media based or just like in general?
In general.
Good. Oh man.
So you thought about it hard?
Yeah. Until I've really prepped for this year. That's a good question. I feel like there will certainly be a change at some point this year. Just don't know when.
Right.
Transition.
Yeah.
There's part of that where I feel like I control, but some of it's kind of like
Still up in the air.
Yeah, might have to present itself as being available. But I will say either relocate or find something that I am excited about.
That you're passionate about.
Not passionate.
What?
That's the wrong word.
No.
Just
like.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Like feel like I'm at least excited about in the next couple of years.
When's the last time you felt excited?
Are we trying
to get deep here? Therapy session here.
I thought this was gonna be a fun podcast.
Oh no,
so
it's not fun anymore.
Sorry.
Okay. All right, we'll skip that one.
Personal goals, I guess, would be harder to define for 2025 for me than just like
get away from a regular 9 to 5.
Yeah, I mean that's always a goal.
Okay, well, do you have any like self goals? Like, do you want to eat healthier? Do you want to go to the gym? Do you want to journal? Do you want to do yoga?
Want to?
No,
probably not the right term.
You probably should. I could see you doing Pilates.
Yoga is very tough.
Pilates is harder.
You think so?
I think so.
I've done Pilates.
Really?
I have.
And your Lululemons?
I took a class in New York City.
Oh, shit.
Bougie class.
Bougie, yeah.
It was like 12.
You get your
12,
green juice
10,
after?
12 total people.
Oh, yeah.
I was the only man, I think. Yep.
Look at you.
It's tough, too. It's tough, too.
I've seen a bunch of, like, football athletes
destroyed by
Pilates.
Yeah.
Wrecked. Just shaking.
That's funny.
It's a very different workout than you're used to.
More dynamic.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you have...
I would say, like, overall, just, like, maybe get back in the gym would be step one.
Yeah.
And then, lose some weight, tone up, get back to, like, being somewhat of a athlete, so to speak.
I miss them days. I feel like I'm constantly saying, like, I used to lift. I used to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm all fluffy.
No.
Yeah.
We can all just go to CrossFit together.
We could. Have you done CrossFit?
Not with Arron, but I have.
Okay.
Before, yeah. I fucking hate CrossFit. I hate HIIT workouts. But it is where I get the most, like, I guess, self-satisfaction afterwards. But doing it fucking sucks.
It's awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Constant fight or flight mode.
Yeah.
It's an internal battle for sure.
Yeah.
Like, there's some times where you're fighting and some dark thoughts creep in.
Yeah, I remember going to competitions with Arron, and some of the women cried, like ugly cried while they were competing.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well.
You go to that place for sure. Like you push your body to the point of no return.
Well, it's just like going through a breakup and like crying in the gym while you're trying to do some shoulder press with your hoodie on and your fucking big old headphones.
I don't know if they're crying over the workout.
Yeah, no, because working out, it releases all of your like inner emotions.
Sure.
And so, but yeah.
That's a good therapy then.
Mm-hmm. Do you like to journal? Do you journal?
I don't.
Maybe you should do that.
No.
Have you ever thought about writing music?
Yes.
Like, even putting a song down on paper, not necessarily singing it or performing it, but like just seeing what would come out.
I thought
that'd be a form of journaling, I guess. But.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's been points where I think that
like poetry.
That would be it would be enjoyable. Again, I've never done it. Don't know how to do it. So then it's like, how do I start? Kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But I think the hardest part of that would be coming up. Oh, me. I don't know. I guess I've never actually tried. Mm-hmm. Whether it would be the lyrical aspect of writing would be hard, or the like musicality part of it would be harder.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
You know.
Like you said, the first start.
Like finding like the tune to it. Or,
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm sure artists do it different, where they have like a tune or notes, a riff or a run that pops in their head that they really like, and they kind of run with that, and then put lyrics to it later.
Is it Charlie Puth that does that?
Some will probably have lyrics in their head, and then we'll try to find a tune that runs with it.
Yeah.
Puth, he's unbelievable.
Yeah, he's the one that pops into my head because like
he can make something like a whole song up on the spot.
He hears a sound, and that's how he. Yeah.
Well, he's got perfect pitch. So he hears the sound, he knows exactly what note it is.
That's insane.
Or and vice versa.
Yep.
You tell him a note, and he'll be able to sing it.
Good for him.
So that helps.
Yeah, that helps a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've thought about that.
What about getting back into pickleball? You loved pickleball.
I do love pickleball. I like ping pong,
and
it's just like a bigger version of ping pong.
Oh
to me.
yeah.
You know, you say I get like really into stuff. That is the one thing that you trump me on pickleball for sure.
Pickleball?
Oh, you were.
What about volleyball?
Yeah,
I feel like
we
you guys
had matches.
Oh, we had great matches.
Yeah,
and you're very good at it. But you.
Oh, I would get mad. You mean?
No.
How
I think we both get mad.
How I would act?
No, I'm saying like, since we've been out here, that is the thing above all things that I've seen you like
really attached to.
Yes, and your competitive spirit came back out for sure. You're like,
what about volleyball? I thought you guys were doing.
Oh, I'm very competitive.
Volleyball for a while.
More so than me.
You guys.
I enjoyed it once we like. Honestly, after that guy's random teaching.
Oh yeah.
Out on that I was kind of like, okay, at least I get the part that I sucked at the worst was setting.
Yeah.
And getting that one down to its legal, actual legal hit, and then two, getting it to the spot I want it to go, or aiming it.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you have that helped me a lot.
I can't serve for shit. That is the only thing that I used to play volleyball in middle school.
Like overhand serve.
Yeah, it's.
Can't hit the ball.
I can't hit it straight at all whatsoever. And then even making a fist and like doing it like the easy way or like the underhand way, like a bitch is going to the fucking left. Yeah, I would have other people serve for me when we just do like.
Can you sub out?
Yeah, like stupid games. Like when I worked at Solgen,
yeah,
we'd play volleyball.
Oh, okay.
So, like,
that's fair.
You don't know.
That's fair.
But yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm competitive with everything, so it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
If I get competitive with something, I like it.
Yeah.
There's like that edge that comes out.
Yeah. Because then.
And wanting to crush.
Well, and wanting to get better.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you did with CrossFit and then golf and cornhole.
Yeah. You're like, I've enjoyed this when I'm legitimately going to be the worst I ever will be at this.
Yeah.
And I'm only going to get better.
Yeah.
I just remember when you and I were playing pickleball together. Obviously, we get very competitive.
Yeah.
But going to where there was a group of people and he like calls out like that 15, 16-year-old this fucking guy, how the fuck are they better than us? They can't even fucking move. Like,
I remember you saying something like that.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
Oh, it was so funny, but we didn't like know the rules.
Yeah.
So
never played before.
These dudes are retired.
You guys, when I first met you and you talking about volleyball and going and doing pickleball and whatnot, I thought that was really cool. I remember having a conversation with you about it, about like traveling and then like going out and trying to find something to do instead of just like staying home.
Yeah.
Which is something that's kind of hard to do, I feel like, when you're in a new place, because especially if you have like that social anxiety, or the task paralysis type thing, it's hard to go out. But that is one thing that I enjoyed doing when I was traveling, is like going and finding like a random spot to eat at, or a random group of people, or like a hobby like volleyball or something like that. So I think that's cool that you guys came all the way over here and
Didn't be a sack of potatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Put ourselves out there.
Yeah.
It's easier when you have someone with you.
Oh yeah,
100%.
I think sometimes when I traveled for work, I traveled by myself most of the time. There was only the last time I traveled when it was in like a group setting. But I definitely liked the last time I traveled was like my most favorite because I had an Airbnb with the girl that I was traveling with, and it was cool.
Did you grow up a little bit?
What?
I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm asking if you came out of your shell.
No, I came out of my shell before that. I would say when I started at Solgen, like a few months after, is when I came out of my shell a lot and kind of like grew from there.
That's fair. So, Alex, what are your 2025 goals for content creation?
Ooh. Probably just post more often, and not feel like the pressure to have to post, if that makes sense.
Do you know what platforms you're wanting to post on?
But it'll probably be, we'll see what TikTok does in the future,
Mm-hmm.
but it'll probably be TikTok and Instagram focused with YouTube backed.
Yeah.
Is my guess.
I think YouTube is going to take the longest, but the sooner that anybody starts posting there.
I'll still post on YouTube, but YouTube I feel like is more long form focused.
Yeah.
And unless I create long form stuff, it just won't be the focus on.
Yeah. And if you do shorts, they have the shorts too.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Let's say like huge audacious goals.
Sure.
I've always thought like it'd be fun to do like a travel pod where I or other people like just travel, and then we'll just post up someone random and do a pod.
That'd be really
either
cool.
with locals, either with people that want to do it, either with different creators
That'd
in
be
that area or from that city.
That'd be very cool.
And like pick the most obscure, random, beautiful spots.
Yeah.
To do it.
I think that would get a lot of people's attention.
I always thought that would be fun.
That's a very cool idea.
Something different.
Very different. Be like Steve-O in his van.
Yeah, kinda.
But that's cool. I think that's a really good idea.
I want to travel.
Yeah.
So if I could find a way to do that and create.
Not just here in the United States, you're talking.
Right.
Yeah.
I like travel.
Yeah.
I'm a big experience guy.
Yeah.
Experience over like items or things.
Yeah. And that's good.
Yeah.
It's memories.
I want to see and do, and yeah.
That's cool.
But just running off the top of the things that come to mind, at least for now.
What about a sports podcast?
Sports podcast, I think, would be fun.
I think you do really well with
With
that.
a good group of dudes. It all depends on who's involved too.
We're looking for one or two more.
I think.
AKA. Honestly, I thought about that too. Obviously, we have this is different. But if you started your podcast,
Yeah,
and did that and made it sports, we could just swap.
flip.
Yeah, be on yours and be on this for the other type of content.
Yeah. Yeah, there's been a lot of ideas. It's just a matter of acting or action, and then figuring it out.
For sure.
Which is the toughest part.
Yeah.
The beginning.
It's that task paralysis.
What is that?
It means when you overthink so much that you
never
can't make a
actually start?
decision. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely there.
Same.
Yeah.
Definitely there.
That's funny.
What about you guys? Do you guys have specific goals, content-wise, that you're hoping to reach or achieve throughout this next year as we're getting started in 2025?
Do you want to touch on it first? Do you have specific goals?
I do have specific goals. I guess I will touch on, I won't go into depth with it, I suppose, but traveling also and potentially relocating. One that scares me because like your please hold.
Me too, he says.
I look at you, I need to go first.
Me too.
Why? So you can piggyback off of it, or you know what to talk about? So, I guess my goals for content creating in 2025, is I have something in mind. I guess it would be like more like audacious, like you said.
Yeah.
I would like to, at least do in the realm of like 6 to 10 photo shoots a month, and then start diving into the videography part of it too, to just do like little tiny small clips for clients. So I think that's one goal. The second goal would be like, so I guess when you're a photographer, you most photographers have a website that you can do your CEO and or CEO SEO and try and get like your clientele base that way, which is like the old school route to do it, and not on social media.
Right.
Which I have my website, I have my SEO stuff like built in and whatnot, but I'm like so just brand new and tiny that it's like so small.
Yeah.
But then also relocating somewhere, it's like starting from ground zero again. So I guess my goal in the long run for the year would be to create a base in every, I guess, state that I'd be in, and have like potential clients in each state, and at least do, I guess, 1 to 2 photo shoots, even if they're spec shoots. Spec shoots are like, I don't know how to explain it, like portfolio shoots, I guess, or like how I do like with you, and just to build my portfolio and content and whatnot. So I think doing that. And then the third goal, and I don't know if I will accomplish this goal, but I would like to host a like a photography party type deal, or like an event, which would be like me and maybe one more or 2 more photographers, and then like a group of girls or a group of couples or a group of guys or whatnot, and have like a theme. So there's people that I've seen that have done like Alice in Wonderland, and they literally have like a whole ass table out in the woods, and like it's Alice in Wonderland theme, or like they have like a bunch of girls and they do like a cute little like picnic in the park type thing, and like everybody is getting their pictures taken. I would really like to host one, but at the very least participate in one, even if I was the one like getting my pictures taken. So those are my 3.
So everyone dresses up for this party, and then they just get your pictures taken as well as take pictures.
So it would depend on how it is set up. So if I'm the one hosting it, then I would be the one taking the pictures along with like other photographers. But if I'm like buying a ticket, because most of the time they're not spec shoots, and you buy like a ticket for it. And then so you come with either they give you an outfit, or you come with certain attire, certain hair, certain makeup, whatnot, so to fit the theme of the event.
Gotcha.
So yeah, so at the very least I would like to participate in one, getting my picture taken and whatnot. But I would say those are my top 3.
Cool.
Yeah. Would you like me to take them back? Okay.
Funny.
He's right on the edge.
Yeah. He's ready to sleep.
Hold on.
Hello. Oof.
What about you?
My goals, huh?
What do you got?
Well, closer and closer to launching the business after refining a few things. And aside from content creation, my goal is to get my first sale. That will happen in 2025. How many more at the end of the year, I don't know. But just having the small goal of actually getting my first sale with the business.
Yeah.
And how long of a road it's been to even get to where I can say that in 2025 there will be a sale. It's small steps or small accomplishments, but it's exciting at the same time. Content creation wise, obviously with the podcast, this is meant to allow people insight to our lives and allow us to be the face of what we're building. And all of us, I guess, whether it be content or business or just a bullshit and have relatable content for people to listen to and kind of be like, yeah, I can resonate with that. With the podcast itself, we have pages everywhere, but if TikTok stays alive, a true goal by the end of this year is to have 25,000 followers with the TikTok page. And then the goal for the podcast on YouTube and my personal goal with my personal page on YouTube is to have 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2025. How it gets there, I don't know. I want it to be authentic growth on both of those.
Yeah.
So not going to push it, just going to let it happen and keep posting content. And then with my personal page, it is my goal to post 1 to 2 videos per week. And that'd be longer form, 4 minutes to 8 minutes to 10 minutes per week for this entire year. And still have to get one out this week, but just to be consistent in doing that, I guess. My personal page on Instagram and things like that, I don't really care because I think creating content the way that we are right now is more important.
You can just make it a shrine of me. Say my beautiful girlfriend.
I think all my last posts have been you.
Some people will think that that's her page, and then we'll reach out to you and DM you.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see how that goes. But, yeah, those are goals, maybe lofty goals, but...
Only lofty to some.
Yeah. But it's nice to put something down and be like, yeah, that's what we're shooting for.
Yeah.
And even if we come up short or if we exceed, like, at least we had something put out there that we wanted to meet or beat, I guess.
Right. So. Do you have an idea of what type of content you're aiming towards of making for the business?
Yeah. It'd be
like on YouTube?
So starting out, it's going to be the product and about the products and what they do and the subscription package and educate and raise awareness for what, I guess, getting the package does and how you get your hair back and things like that. Outside of the products themselves, it's the message behind the brand, and that's the mental health, the anxiety, the PTSD, and then also the charity work and the charities that we donate to. And I had initial talks with the charities, but doing behind the scenes collaboration, possibly flying back to Wisconsin when they're putting on events for veterans or first responders and being a part of that, being there. And then also not just related to Aloe Arsenal, but touch on the mental health side of it.
Right.
And being able to speak with veterans and those first responders and tell their story and how mental health has impacted them and their family or families, and really hone in on that, because I think that's very important outside of anything that we do, 9 to 5, your hobbies, building business and things like that. I think what plays into you accomplishing your goals and being able to put yourself out there or take control of your life. I think it all starts with your mental health. So really want to touch on that.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
All good stuff.
Mm-hmm. A lot of goals.
Excited to see and hear.
You mean excited to hear and be a part of?
Yeah.
You know what I would like?
What?
To at least make back the money that I've spent on my gear.
In the year?
Yes, in the year.
Come back.
Yeah. I would hope that it would be in the year. Yeah, at least break even. Goddamn.
Another thing about starting a business that you don't think about. All the little things that you need.
Oh man. We've touched on some of that, but there's so much behind the scenes that people have no idea what they're getting themselves into. And I think, and we think, like going through school and growing up, those business aspects should be taught at a younger age in the curriculum.
You know why it's not? Because we're made to be followers and consume.
Made to be an employee.
Yeah, we're
they
made
don't
to be
want people
employees.
To think for themselves.
Yeah, exactly. They don't want free thinkers. So breaking away from that mold and being able
Tax evasion?
Yeah.
What's that?
I'll tell you what
Entrepreneur equals tax evasion.
Yeah.
Equals buying property in Dubai and living there a certain amount of days throughout the year so you don't have to pay taxes.
Is that a goal?
Eventually.
Not this year.
Yeah, not this year. That's out there.
Longer term goal.
Yeah, there's certain countries that you can
live in.
Yes, and have residency in. And if you're there, I think it's like half the year.
You don't have to pay U.S. taxes at all, kind of thing?
Yes. Dubai is one of those.
Does Dubai have taxes?
No.
They don't have any tax?
I do not believe so.
Any, like, what it would be federal? They're not a state. They just no income tax? Or no taxes at all?
Does Dubai...
Say what?
We need a producer. We're hiring. Maybe.
We're hiring.
We can pay you in water.
Yeah, we'll pay you with
hot
a
water.
Chance to hang out with us. Woo!
Yeah. Behind the scenes with Alex
Both
Wallet.
Emiratis follow the UAE's national policy of no personal income tax.
It's just like U.S. is the only place I'm pretty sure that has credit scores.
Yeah, I don't doubt that.
No. If there was a way to build business and not live in the United States, there's nothing holding us from leaving this country.
Yeah. Maybe a little.
Okay, maybe a little.
Are you staring at your bottle?
No, maybe that's just part of the beauty and the privilege of being able to do that here. Actually being able to start your own thing and try to get in your own business and start your own business, like the American dream, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
That freedom to do so and have that as an option.
I agree, and I think
I have no idea. It just came to mind.
No, I'll say you're right, and
Ronan says yes.
Yeah. So there's a perspective that I have on that. Obviously, being in different countries, and I'm not talking tourist countries. I'm talking other countries. Yes, I 100% agree with you, but I also think that's an Americanized ideology based on many who say that and believe that and are taught that are only told that being in the United States. Just like they have no understanding or recollection of how other countries operate or how educated other countries are or other people are and the beautiful perspective that many of those people have. Just like speaking of people in Europe, right? They sometimes know 5 to 7 languages and just have world perspective and they have a view of Americans being arrogant and cocky and all of those things because we have such flawed ideologies that we're taught being raised in the United States.
Yeah.
So, yes, there is an American dream, but I also think there's a dream to be very, very, very successful, knowing what we know as Americans living in another country and using that to our advantage, that being business tactics. Yeah, and that's just a thought.
Yeah.
Based off of perspective.
Right. Yeah, by no means did I mean that. Oh my gosh.
He was doing it.
He's holding his own bottle. He's only 2.5 months old. That a boy. Put those sausage fingers on there. I know you can hold them.
Rude.
It's poking season.
Your ham hocks.
Yeah. But, no, and I think there's other countries that would value Americans working for them or in a business aspect because they could target a different market or
Sure.
give, again, a lot of perspective.
Yeah.
And
I mean, by no means was I meaning that America or
No.
Americans are smarter than most by any means.
I didn't
Our
take you.
education system is an absolute joke.
Yeah.
But I've just thought more so of like we have more options than other countries might
Sure.
legally. They might have more limitations.
Yeah.
I
So
would
don't
say
know.
the
It's also-
U.S. has
it's
the
also
most
so
women
broken.
rights too.
Mm.
Like there's a lot of like how I was telling you, like other countries have like up to 3 years paid maternity leave and stuff like that, but they also don't have laws against like domestic violence or like things to that effect, or like it's normal to get beat down
Right.
and like
No
your
pun-
neighbor just turns cheek.
Yeah.
So there's pros and cons.
Sure.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
you're
some
right.
give and take.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I think that concludes our long-ass podcast that we wanted to be short, that ran long as hell, like usual. That was a lot of words. Alex, do you want to drop an @ for people to find you?
Sure.
I can put it in the description.
You can
otherwise.
put it in the description.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah. I think it's the same across all platforms.
@
Minus YouTube. I don't know if it's definitely not the same on YouTube.
No,
But
I put you on the spot.
I
I'm
don't-
sorry.
No, you're fine. I don't really have a YouTube yet. I have one, but it's not like
We'll put it
nothing's
on the screen.
happening.
We'll put it on the screen and in the description.
There you
so
go.
you can find them.
We'll make you work for it
Yeah.
if you really want it.
Yep. And then for the podcast on all platforms, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Am I forgetting one? TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube @ Living Limitless Pod. And then you can find Savannah @ CreationsXSav. I hate saying your name out loud. It's so gross.
What? Her handle?
No, Savannah.
Oh.
Well, you also have to say my handle's weird because it has the X in there, but it's
Yeah.
Creations by Sav.
It is Creations by Sav,
But it's
but
with an X though.
yeah.
Oh, gotcha. The handle is
Yeah, so if I say Creations by Sav, they're gonna say BY Sav.
Yeah.
right.
And, yeah.
But I think he's saying it,
Creations X Sav.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You don't like saying Sav
No,
or Savannah, huh?
Savannah.
Yeah, Savannah.
Just Sav.
Savannah Urieta.
Mm-hmm. Well, with that, if you watched this whole thing through, thank you. We appreciate it. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Bless
Share.
you.
And if you're reoccurring, we thank you even more.
Very much so. We appreciate it. Yeah.
Mwah. Chef's kiss.
Mwah. Deuces.